Hey guys, how's it going? So this is one of my latest tutorials. In this video, pretty long, I'm going to show you how I've managed to drive a lot of traffic. I'm talking about thousands of clicks simply by creating very simple ebooks. I'll also show you how you can create them without having to write if you don't want to write, if you don't know what topic to go for. I'll tell you how to get these ebooks basically very simply. Upload them to a website. It's 100% free and you're going to be able to drive a lot of traffic. So in this course, if you don't know where you want to drive the traffic, if you don't have a blog, if you don't have a website, I'll also tell you what you can do. Now, it is a pretty long video because I want to be complete, but if you go to the description, there is going to be a timetable of everything that's broken down, right? And you can just skip if you already know something or if only a part of the entire thing interests you. So I'm going to be posting videos like this twice a week. So if you want to see them, subscribe, hit the notification button, and there is also a link in my description to get one of my best-selling courses for free. But anyways, with that being said, enjoy the video. Hi, welcome to this course. Today we're going to be focusing on spreading links, right? So driving traffic using simple ebooks. Now the way I do this, and it's of course going to be explained in much more detail in the course, but for the intro, just so you know, is I either write or I get someone to write a very simple, very short ebook. So we're talking 10-15 pages here, nothing too crazy. And I give people an incentive to click a link inside the ebook. I'm going to show you a typical result here. So I'm on one of the websites we're going to be covering, which is called freeebooks.net. Just one of the many websites we'll be covering. And I ended up uploading an ebook, which you can see right here. It's from me. Now I did use a pen name. Don't ask me why, but that's one of my ebooks, and it ended up being rated, which is good, but not that important, and downloaded 755 times on this website, and it had a total, was downloaded a total of 2,500 times. And by the way, this is really achievable, right? It's the first ebook I put out on this platform, so. And as far as results are concerned, I'm on my Lead Pages account right now. So it's if you don't know what Lead Pages is, it's just basically a platform where you could create opt-in pages, and then it tracks the number of opt-ins, so opt-ins and the conversion rates compared to the number of visits. And I sent people to this website, so I ended up having 1,600 clicks, which is pretty good, and 553 opt-ins, right? So that's a list of 500 people for a very simple ebook that I put out on these websites. So that's pretty good. If you don't know the value of having a list, then you really should get into it. But 500 subscribers is nice for really the amount of time I put in this ebook, which is ridiculous. So in this course, I'm going to show you how to create these ebooks very easily. I'm going to show you where you can create one in literally 15 minutes. I'm going to show you platforms on which you can upload these ebooks, best practices in order for you to get downloads. Because look at this, the book right below me has only 7, and it was released at almost the same time, has just 76 downloads, and this one just 142. So I'm going to show you how I easily beat all of them every time. And then I'm going to show you, we're going to talk a bit about where you want to drive traffic and how to drive it. So it's really interesting. This is really simple, guys. Honestly, simple, simple, simple. It doesn't get easier. And I want you guys to watch the course, and I want you to enjoy yourselves. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Now I just want to talk to you about where you should be driving your traffic to. Now I don't want to sound like I'm patronizing and saying, look, you just should drive it here or there. But I've tried driving my traffic to different places, and I found that they perform differently. Now this may depend on your niche, etc., etc. But as a general rules, I'm going to tell you where I drive my traffic. By the way, I'm also going to show you how to drive the traffic. It's actually very easy. It's you do this by placing links in your ebooks, and you can place as many as you want. Basically, you can place 50 links in a 50-page book, or even more than that. Okay, so let's get started. So the squeeze page. Now this is where I drive all my traffic now, because I found it to be my favorite. Basically, every time I release a free ebook, I get a handful of hundreds of subscribers, which it really adds up quickly. So pro, a squeeze page captures an email which you basically keep forever. Now, I'm not going to go too much in depth about email marketing here, but if you have been doing marketing for a while, a list is really an amazing asset. It's basically, if it's a responsive list, it's money on demand, that is. And if, it doesn't really buy anything, well, you can still sell solo ads with it. So really, it's amazing. Pro, it's extremely easy to set up. I'm actually going to show you as a bonus in this course how to set one up in tops 5 minutes. So that's awesome. And by the way, one that converts extremely well. First con, you need to host your squeeze page. Now that's not actually true. You can, for example, Lead Pages allows you to host your squeeze page on their website, so you don't need to do an entire, hosting. No need to get a hosting or domain if you don't have one. A con, secondly, you usually need something to give away in exchange for an email address. Now that's a con, but not really. It's a con because it's extra work, but it's, on the other hand, it's extremely easy to put up something valuable to give people for them to opt in. The problem is never giving value. It's extremely easy to give value, so that's not usually a problem. Con, you need an email marketing software. Now that is true. A lot of them have a 30 days free trial, and most of them are pretty inexpensive. I mean, I use GetResponse. For until 1,000 subscribers, it costs around $15 a month. So really inexpensive. Second, an affiliate link. Pro, you need absolutely nothing but your affiliate link. That's true. For example, I once released an ebook, free ebook. Okay, here it is out. It was about how to create a catchy website easily. So really simple stuff. Really simple stuff. I basically just went in and I said, okay, so you get hosting like this, you get a domain like this, then you install WordPress, and you do this, you do that. And I put up affiliate links inside the ebook. Affiliate links that linked to hosting company that I use, that I love. Okay, and every time someone signed up with my link, I was paid $50. And with that one ebook, I made over $850 in commission. The book took me a full morning to write, from 9 a.m. to noon, basically. So that's pretty well paid, and it still sometimes make me a commission. So that's pretty awesome. And I could have improved that by including more affiliate links. But anyway, so keep that in mind. Affiliate links work awesome. And by the way, you can steal that idea and do it yourself. Pro, if you build up enough. Yeah, I guess I was meaning to say, no, I think that's, okay, forget that, I'm sorry, I don't know what I typed in here. Second pro, converts well since you can position the product you are promoting as essential for the method explained. What I mean by that is I showed people how to create a website, and I talked great lengths about it, and they were getting warmed up, they were getting pumped up, they wanted to build a website. And then I say, look, you need hosting for a website, click here, it's the cheapest, it's the best. Of course, that converts way better than if you, for example, spam a Facebook group and say, you click here, you're gonna get clicks, but they're not going to convert. This converts well. If you are trying to sell a course, right, an internet marketing product, you can kind of, do a case study and say, well, you'll find all the information inside this product, link it. So usually clicks convert pretty well. If the visitor doesn't buy, you get nothing, okay? They don't enter an email address, you don't get anything, they leave, they're not coming back. Third con, you can't track your clicks and will need a steady stream of ebook to keep the money rolling in. So what usually happens when you release one of these ebooks is they make a lot, they generate a lot of click, a lot of traffic in a very short period of time. But then after a while, they quit the new ebook section and they kind of fall off the first page. In which case, you're going to need to put more and more ebooks out to keep it rolling. But that's the same as a squeeze page, except that you get to keep the emails. But new emails, new opt-ins are not going to happen that often. All right, number 3, your website, blog, YouTube channel. I'm sure you've thought about that. I've tried it. I didn't like it. On the other hand, do keep in mind that I do have websites, I do have YouTube channels, but I don't usually work on them that much. So they're not optimized and they don't have a funnel to them. So pro, grows your audience, all right? If you want traffic to your website, that's the way you do it. But that's about it, at least for me. Con, unless your website is engineered to convert, don't expect a sale. So for example, if you drive people to a blog and it's you know, your average blog post, you're probably not going to get much out of that click or out of that visitor. And it's quite sad because, you know, a lot of people want to grow their own audience. But the fact is, if you're not willing to put in the hundreds of hours it takes to make an extremely well converting product, and you might as well leverage the work of someone who did and send people to a converting affiliate product, an affiliate page. And our last con, traffic can be very volatile. Volatile, I don't know how you pronounce that, if you're not offering something valuable, meaning you're going to see that unless people, you know, land on your website and think, okay, yeah, that's part of the puzzle, I need to read this, I need to interact with this, I need to watch that video, whatever, then you're going to see bounce rates extremely fast. People are going to stay 10, 15 seconds and leave. All right. Now, an example I wanted to show you is this guy. As far as affiliate links are concerned, is this guy. He created an ebook called Google Sniper Review. Now, unless you don't know what Google Sniper is, well, if you don't know, it's a very, very, very popular affiliate product that made millions of dollars in sales. Seriously, it's really crazy. And what this guy did, and I read the ebook, I'm not going to ask you guys to read it, but he created a short ebook, 39 pages, where he gives a review of Google Sniper. Now, of course, it's not an unbiased review. It's a very good review. It says, wow, this product is amazing, etc. And of course, it has an affiliate links in it. And I'm sure this guy has made sales with this. I'm sure he has made sales. All right. So that being said, that being put out of the way, the whole where do you send traffic to, let's now jump into getting the ebook up and getting the traffic we all want. Okay, so now we're going to explore a different right, so now we're going to explore how to create a good squeeze page, right, related to your ebook. So there are a couple different ways to do squeeze pages. Now, if you know coding, then you don't need my help with this. You should be able to code a pretty nice squeeze page. But for those of you who are not technical like me, I can't code. I just can't. I've never tried it, actually. Well, basic HTML, but that's about it. If you're not technical, there's a platform I use. You've probably heard about it if you've been lurking for a while. It's called Lead Pages, okay? So it does cost what is it, $40 a month. But again, you know, the other options for having really good, really nice landing pages without having to create them yourselves are going to be priced about the same, because it's a very, very valuable service. I mean, every single dollar I put in to this membership, right, on Lead Pages, I'm actually getting back with, you know, in time, and time is the greatest resource. I don't have to create to take ages to code my own landing pages, so that's pretty nice. So exactly, how do you make a squeeze page with Lead Pages? It's really easy. All you need to do is head to, well, create an account first off and head to Lead Pages. All right, so inside this user interface, just click on Create New Page, and now you're going to see all the different templates. They have pre-made templates that range from different categories, such as, you know, getting people to opt in, getting people to buy. So they do have, I'm going to show you actually, they have pages for thank you pages. We're going to be using this, by the way, premium. Okay, opt-in, launch, sales, webinar, upsell, bonus, etc. And purchase or additional templates that you've purchased and then you can use on the platform. Now, which is also good with Lead Pages is you don't have to create you know, your own website, have a domain to host the landing page. You can host it on their servers, which is awesome. So let's go with opt-in, because this is what we want. And you can actually, this is interesting, you can sort by either most recent or highest converting. Let's go with highest converting. And then you can, you know, show only drag and drop or free, whatever. Drag and drop, by the way, is if you know, everything is point and blank or kind of drag and drop. You can modify everything, but drag and drop is going to allow you to move objects around. So let's choose one. Now, if you're familiar with creating videos, then you should put a video on every squeeze page you have. And then you can choose a template with a video. Now, if you are not familiar with creating videos, let's go with something else. Let's go with one that has a countdown timer. I really like countdown timers. They help convert immensely. But by the way, yeah, let me take a look. Let me go to next page. I'm just kind of doing it the way I would do it. So I'm looking for something that kind of stands out. Let's go back to the first page. Sorry if I'm wasting your time here. Just trying to find something that's pretty good. Yeah, okay, so you should, let's take this one. You should have something to give away. It doesn't need to be big, guys. It doesn't need to be something that you take forever to put together. It could simply be a report, could be a free download, could be a video version of the course. Now, I did that because I already created the videos for a course that I posted on another website. So I already had the videos. Now, if you don't have them, I don't expect you to make hours of video content just to put in a squeeze page. So yes, this is the interface with lead pages. It's amazing. Okay, it's amazing. Now, if you have a logo, if you have into all of that stuff, you have a phone number, you can change it here. As you can see, I'm just going to hide this because I think it distracts people a bit from the page, and basically everything on this page is customizable. So for example, the title, of course, I should have chose maybe another example because this is a page that's not rich with elements such as countdown timers, etc. And it doesn't do lead pages any favor to show this compared to some of the very awesome templates that they have, but whatever. So let's go. You want to give away a free report, how to get beautiful landing pages. All right, let's say we stick with that affiliate marketing example. Free report, my $200 a day system explained. All right, now do remember that headlines are important. Now, landing pages fundamentals are already covered on this template. This is what makes the template good, is that they already have examples of headlines, subheadlines, images, buttons, etc. that are proven to convert. All right, so you would place your headline here, or subheadline here. Now, if you have a graphic for an ebook, or if you're giving away a report, whatever, you can place it here. I don't think I do. No, I don't, considering this is an example. If you don't, you can just go ahead and hide it. This works also. So bullet points, all right. How to generate commissions as easy as this. By the way, this page is not going to be subject to any kind of policies. For example, if you were promoting this page through pay-per-click, etc., you need to check that it's not, too salesy. This you don't care, all right? You really don't care. You can put whatever you want here, which is ultimate freedom. Okay, so once you do that, you've put your page in place. You then need to integrate your email responder service with this. So the way you do this is, oh, by the way, before I get started, you can change colors like you want here in the styles section. Okay, but this is pretty ugly. Let's go back to white. Okay, let's create now integrates. They'll ask you what you want to integrate this with, and I choose get response. Now do note that I have integrated get response with lead pages. I wish I could show that to you, but since it's already done, it's a bit hard. If you want to know how to do that, you can just go with get response integrate lead pages. Type that into Google, and they have a tutorial for get response as well as for Aweber, for every other big email marketing software out there. They have it. It's image. They have images. I mean, it's explained extremely easily. Okay, Now once you do that, you need to choose a list you want to add people to, and then once that's done, you get to customize the form. Now you can change the text here, so enter your email address to get the report. You can add for a name, email, or phone number. Now I don't really care about the phone number, so I'm just going to put that, get that out of the way. You can change the font, the spacing, etc. Again, you can change the image here if you want. You can put in something totally different, like you're offering video courses, so you get a gift course, etc. Those are images I used and created in Photoshop. Now, once that's done, just click on OK, OK, and then that's going to do it. Last thing you need to do for this to work is to click on here and click on the thank you page. You want to send people to a place where they'll get the report, where they can either download it or view it directly. Now, if you are, for example, offering an ebook, you're going to need to upload that to a server, or you can create a download link. And the way you do that, for example, I have an ebook on my website. It's placed right here. Find the ebook, but there it is. It's an ebook that a partner of mine crafted not long ago. Really good. The URL's here if you want to check it out. Anyways, what you can do as a thank you page, and what I usually do, is I simply paste the ebook directly in there. And what that does is, whenever someone signs up and click on get started, or you could change this to, for example, get the ebook, get the report. Again, this is all customizable. What they do is they click on get the report, you get their name and email, and they are brought directly to the ebook. So there's no more loops they need to jump in. They don't need to confirm their email address. They don't need to do any of that, because that's annoying, right? I mean, I'm sure you've probably already given your email to someone or to a squeeze page before, and you thought, man, I just want to get what I was promised. So that kind of makes people happy. And by the way, you want them to be happy, right? You want them to open your emails. Anyways, that's how you create a squeeze page very easily. And by the way, one that will convert almost every time. All right, so we all know that affiliate links can be a bit shady, okay? A bit shady and a bit, basically you don't want to click on them usually when you see one. And we're going to do a couple of things here. We're going to, well, that's optional, of course. We're going to be able to track how many clicks we get. So I'm not talking about, a very expensive URL shortener. For example, ClickMagick is a monthly subscription, but it's just awesome. It blows everything out of the water. But here we're just going to want to be able to track the number of clicks, right? So if you publish a certain ebook and you notice that your link isn't getting clicked that much, then you probably need to change something. And unless you have a way of finding out how many clicks you got, if you're, for example, sending people to an affiliate link, or for example, if you have Google Analytics on your squeeze page, then that's not going to be too much of a concern. But let's say you don't. Okay, so let's put up an affiliate link here. Affiliate link, and then .com, and it goes like how does it go again? It has that equal, it's ugly as hell basically. And then you can shorten the link and you get a short link. What happens is, with Google URL shortener, which is by far the easiest, you get to, for example, let's take this link actually. You get to see where people click from, so as far as countries. For example, this was a link, I don't even, May 2015, yeah, I can't possibly remember what that was, where I pasted it. But you can get a clue as far as browsers. Now this is probably not going to be too much of a thing, because most ebooks platforms are going to be able, users are going to be able to download the ebook, so they're not going to see it in the browser, so you're probably not going to get a lot of data here. Reference, it's going to be direct or unknown, it comes from an ebook platform. Again, maybe you want to know that, I don't know. But the most important is probably countries, because if you're running a geo-specific offer, like a CPA offer, by the way, CPA offers can convert extremely well with this. they come in the realm of affiliate links. In my book, you'll be able to see which country they come from. If you have a USA only offer, then of course this source of traffic is going to kill everything. But you want to be able to track that, and as well the number of clicks. It's important. Okay, so that's for you on shorteners. Not needed, of course, but it's kind of like a little bonus video. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, now for creating the ebook. I'm going to show you a couple of ways you can create an ebook very easily, and I'm going to also show you in the next video how you can outsource an ebook. So this is quite, something you may not have heard before, but it's pretty awesome. We're going to start with the absolute obvious, which is writing the ebook yourself. Now, if you don't have a text editing software, which, I don't know where you've been, what you've been doing with your computer all along, but you can get a good one at OpenOffice. It's Apache OpenOffice. If you go ahead and download it, I used to use that before I got my Mac. Well, actually, before I got Windows Office. You can download OpenOffice. It serves kind of like PowerPoint. You get also an Excel type software, and you get a text editor. Now it's free, all right. It's not the most user-friendly thing out there, in my opinion. Or you can get Windows Office for $7 a month. That's extremely cheap, and I suggest that. But now I have Pages, thanks to Mac. So I'm going to open a page. Now you do get a couple templates, but let's just go simply. So this option here is writing the ebook yourself. Now I'm not going to tell you all about it. It's not a writing course, but basically the idea is to give out content, and remember, it doesn't have to be long. 20 pages does it, so it doesn't have to be long. But you do need to give a bit of good information. Now, you probably have something to teach. If you've been, in marketing for just even 1 month, you probably have learned a couple of things that you can put inside an ebook. Now, the way you get people to click on the link is, for example, I've tried a lot of things. The first thing I tried is I made a video version of the ebook, and I started my ebook by saying, this ebook has a video transcript. Click here to get it. And it was at the just the start of the ebook, but of course it was. It was big in your face, had little stars like that on it. Basically a huge clickbait. And the way you add a link, if you don't know that, you probably should know that, but is by click, and I don't even know. Where is it? Oh, that's where it is. Okay. And you can add here a link. All right, so that would be affiliate link. Okay. And yeah. Click OK. So now you have a clickable link. Okay. I would suggest putting way more than one link per ebook because you want to maximize the clicks. Now the links can either go to the same direction, or you could, for example, have a resources section saying, look, if you want to have a good website, you need this, and kind of link everything there. Now, I did create a video version because I love doing videos, but the fact is that you're probably not going to bother doing that if you've never made a video. You want to get up and running as fast as possible, so you could say to get a huge discount on, whatever you were talking about. Click here. Alright, and you could say things like limited time offers, etc. I've noticed that in most of the websites we're going to be promoting the ebook on, they don't really care too much unless it's really, obviously spam or whatever. They don't really care too much. They understand that you're certainly not going to put a free ebook on their website and drive them traffic if you don't get anything back from it. So you shouldn't worry too much about being a bit spam. Okay, so that's for the ebook in itself. That's how you write the ebook. Now there's something else that I want to show you, and this is a technique I've used to write ebooks in literally an hour, like 20 pages ebooks in an hour. I want you to head to text to speech. I don't remember the name of the website, but that's what it is. Text to speech, and it was I think it was this one, or it actually, it's speech to text. My bad. Speech to text. Oh yeah, it was this one. All right, so that's pretty awesome. Basically, what it is a it's a speech to text software. So what it does is you dictate what you want to say, and the the software is going to write it. Now there is a difference between the way you structure sentences while speaking and compared to how you structure them while writing. But the fact is, I've noticed that with a speech to text software, if you don't stutter, if you don't use those little sound bites that most people use, like or you know what I mean, or things like because they're going to write the and it's going to look a bit stupid. But you can always come and edit that later. Then your text is going to be pretty much okay. So let's start the dictation. In this ebook, alright, pretty. Alright, like it does mess up from time to time. Let's start again. In this book, I will show you how you can create a website even if you have no experience. We will start by purchasing a domain name and registering at a hosting provider. So as you can see, should stop here. So it has made a couple mistakes, so that we change it. In this ebook, I will show you how you can create a website even if you have no experience. You do need to add the punctuation from time to time, but basically you can really do this while being on Facebook. You can do this while I don't know, even watching a video, if you can manage to do two things at once. But basically what you do is you take it, then you save it, go back, paste it, and this is where you do a bit of editing, not too much. It's not necessary to do too much. Once you've done that, you need to export the file in PDF. You do that by going to File, Export to PDF. Then you get to choose a name. You also get to choose a bit of information about a PDF, like the quality of the image. I always suggest going with Optimal, and then click on Next. Save it as ebook 1 or whatever, doesn't matter, and then export it. And next thing you know, you have a PDF that's ready to go to the website, and I'm going to show you that later down the course. Okay, so now if you want to have your ebook made, okay, I suggest going to Fiverr.com, because Fiverr is a place where you can get dirt cheap services, and ebooks is one of them. So the minimum length for an ebook on freeebooks.net is 20 pages. Okay, so if you're going to go ahead and do a little calculation of how much this would cost you. Okay, so there's a lot of ebook covers here. Let's be a bit more specific. Look, I will write an exceptional and unique ebook on any topic, and that for $5. But let's take a look at how much it will cost. Okay, so it's probably going to cost around $10, I'd imagine. So 2 basic gigs, or maybe $20. But the fact is, it's extremely inexpensive, and I don't know why images are not showing up. But anyways, this woman is going to write a full ebook for a couple dollars. Now, I would suggest writing it yourself. I always write my ebooks myself, but you can really do this with Pages. Okay, Pages. So either Pages on Mac, on the new Macs, or you can go ahead and get OpenOffice, or you can use Word, whatever. Just make sure to export it to PDF, and make sure to have a clickable link, okay, clickable link in it. That's really important. So a link you can click. So if you go with Pages, open a new document, open a blank document, and just start typing in. Look, it doesn't have to be complicated. Okay, it doesn't have to be complex. It just needs to be 20 pages, and it needs to give at least some content on your topic. So I would suggest starting your book with, well, you know, the title, etc., name of author, and the very first thing you want to do, I think, is include the link. Okay, so a link, for example, to get an audio version of the ebook, or a link to simply get more information, or to get another freebie that links to a squeeze page, or that links to an affiliate offer. Okay, once this is done, what you're going to need to do is to export to PDF, okay, because they will only accept PDF files on freeebooks.net and send them the file. So just upload it, create an account and upload it. Something that's to keep in mind is you're going to need a cover. Now on Fiverr, as you've seen in just a couple of minutes ago, they will make covers for $5, but you can get one free. Actually, doing a little trick that I did is I didn't upload any cover. I just submitted my ebook, and what they did is they simply made a cover for me. So the cover you've seen in the previous video was actually made for free by freeebooks.net. They'll design a free cover. Okay, so this is really, needless to say, this is really, really cool, and I suggest you do exactly that. Alright, back at it again. Now we're going to upload the ebook and try to get as many downloads as possible. This is one of the most important parts of the entire equation, because you need to make your ebook look good, and you kind of need to make it so that people will actually want to download it and click on the links, etc. Alright, so the website we're going to use an example here is freeebook.net. Now there are other websites, as I've told you, and I will put a list in this course right after this video, so it's probably going to be a PDF or whatever with a series of websites I recommend. If you want to look for websites yourself, you can just Google free ebook directories, free ebooks to download, whatever. And all of these websites, some of them are like public domain websites, which kind of sucks, and some others are all websites just like this one, which are going to allow you to do exactly that and upload your ebook. So once you log in, you can see that I'm a VIP forever. Reason for that is, once you upload an ebook, and if it's approved, you become a lifetime VIP, meaning you get to see a lot of, you get to download all ebooks unlimited, you get to read all ebooks, you get premium features. I haven't really checked it out because I'm not really interested in that, in reading ebooks. I think I haven't read a book in like 5 years, which is kind of sad, but yeah, not really interesting. So, well, not for me at least, but you might like it. Okay, so let's publish an ebook. By the way, you can see that there's a tab here to create a book. I haven't really explored this, but the way I see it, what could possibly be simpler than a text editor or a speech-to-text software? I really don't see how they could do something. It's kind of a little silly, but okay, you can check that out. Maybe it's helpful. So on this page, bonus lifetime VIP, yeah. Now they have editorial guidelines. Unless you're releasing a porn ebook or whatever, your book should be just fine. But you need to select a category, okay? And if it's in the wrong category, it's going to be disapproved. All right. So as they say, nonfiction ebooks less than 50 pages. Again, you get to play with the spacing, guys. So it's not that much of a problem. Okay, overly promotional material, etc. My material is usually overly promotional, but it always gets approved, so that's cool. So ebook title. This is by far the most important part of it. And from what I can see, in, for example, the business section, they accept titles that are a bit clickbait. Titles that go like, learn how this ex-construction worker is making $398 a day. That type of titles actually can get approved, okay? If you want to stay on the safe space, though, you can just go ahead and say something like, let's say I'm writing an ebook about affiliate marketing. You could say affiliate marketing in 2016 made easy. Anyone can succeed with this method, right? Something like that. Author's name. You get to use a pen name if you want. For the first book, I did use a pen name. Now I don't really know why I did that. I think it's because inside the book I used that name, so I was a bit too lazy to go back and change the content of the book. But okay. Enter description for your ebook. That's between 30 and 800 characters in length. Remember, the description is what will hook a reader, so make it enticing. It's well worth the effort, and it is because it shows up. That's pretty nice. Okay, so you want to make it so that usually people are not even going to read this most of the time. They're going to click on whether the cover looks good and the title is enticing. So let's go with a simple description, and I'm going to write it, and then I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to start the video again once it's done. Alright, so I wrote a simple description, nothing crazy. Do remember the the notion and the best practices, let's call that, of copywriting and putting a big fat call to action at the end. Always good. Probably not going to make or break your your description, but it's always good. So as far as the ebook is concerned, you probably saw the video. You've probably seen the video early in the course. Basically, I recommend you either get one on Fiverr for $5, make your own with Photoshop, because I mean, Photoshop is basically the very simple tool to use when it comes to just making a simple cover, and you can make something that looks really, really good out of nothing, basically. Or if you want to be a bit cheeky, you can not upload any cover and they'll make one for you, but expect your course to be your ebook to be delayed a couple of days at least, the time for them to make the cover. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to show you something. I'm going to add the ebook from computer, but I'm going to show you something pretty cool. I made this ebook, okay, and it wasn't 50 pages. It was, I think it was 19 pages at first. And look at what I did. I mean, I put a big title. It makes the first page. That's the second page. Okay. That's the copyright. That's already 3 pages. And look at, that's 4 pages. Look at the spacing and the huge font I use. I mean, police size is at least, I don't know, 25, 26. Honestly, one line is not even a third of a sentence. What I'm trying to say here is, if your ebook's not long enough, if you're kind of getting desperate to make a long ebook, then you just get to, you can just put the spacing or increase the font size. Really doesn't matter. And you can easily reach 53 pages. I mean, if you take a look at the actual content, you've seen more content probably in a blog post from time to time. It's good content, okay? It's not. I'm not scamming anyone, but it's not really 50 pages when you look at it, okay? So let's add the ebook. Well. Where is it now? Okay, let's take that one in. Let's update that. So now we have an ebook that's downloaded here. ISBN is like a barcode, it doesn't matter. Now the book type, not too many options, either fiction, non-fiction, academic, textbook, or free previews. This is non-fiction, obviously. Categories, now I do want to touch a bit on that. The website has a lot of ebooks, a lot of categories. Tutorials a bit too broad. What I usually go with, if I have an internet marketing related ebook, which is what I suspect most of you are going to be doing, I go with business, because there's no real internet marketing, or, well, there's marketing, but I think people are mostly going to go with business. So let's go with business. You can add a second category and they are going to ask you to pay money, which I think is ridiculous. And keywords, this is not too important. I mean, I have not really went too much into it, but you know, the obvious basically. Affiliate, marketing, 2016, I don't know why, but okay. Make money, online, GVZoo, advertising, beginner. There you go. Just add a handful of them. Click on agree with the editorial guidelines, and then you get to just upload the book. It's uploading. And then you can get a few packs. Now this is a bit expensive, so you can either be featured in color. Honestly, this is not going, it's not worth $47. You know, yeah, reaching a 1.5 million readers for $99. Look, you need to be sure that your ebook converts if you want to get these options. Honestly, I wouldn't, and you can always get them later. So for, you know, if for some reason your ebook blows everything out of the water, makes you so much money, you can maybe consider this. I wouldn't. Obviously, I don't see any incentive to do this whatsoever. And always queued for review. You can allow up to 3 business days for your submission to be processed. And then at the end of that, they'll send you a message saying, yeah, it's approved, or no, it's not approved. And if they say it's not approved, they're going to give you a reason for that, and you can just go and make changes.